Hi everyone, hope everyone had a happy new year, happy 2019. This video is going to be my end of January updates. There's a lot of stuff going on, so that's very exciting, and let's start. So this is my Vanda cristata, and that's a flower spike, pretty confident this time, and it's gotten a little bit bigger. So this is my Phal NOID, and has one bud that's about to crack open. The other buds are still in development. This is my Vanda pumila, and it's growing that root nicely. This is my Chelonistele sulphurea. The flowers have died, and the growth are starting to leaf out now, so that's good. This is my Ascocentrum cross. I think there's a flower spike that's about to start, and I'll give you a closer look. There's something in the leaf there. And there's this little guy, which last year I said was a flower spike and it didn't do anything, but it's starting to move again, so we'll see. This is my SLC World Vacation Shibuya Sunset, and it's starting to put out a new growth. This is my Dendrobium antennatum cross, and this latest growth is pushing out nicely. This is my Ctsm cross, and it's still not in dormancy. So still waiting for the leaves to fall out. This is my LC Supersonic Striking Lip. This one is the latest growth. It's almost done maturing. There's no flower spike inside, so no blooms yet. Hoping the next one. This is my FDK After Dark SVO Black Pearl, and it appears to be growing a new growth. This is my other Ctsm cross, and it also appears to be growing a new growth, so that's good. One note I want to make on this is that I'm planning to transfer this into semi-hydro. I think it'll be easier for me to keep this guy hydrated. This is my Clowesia Rebecca Northen Mikabi, and it has 2 buds on its flower spike. 2 buds isn't a lot, but it's better than 0, so I'm pretty happy. This is my Vanda lamellatta, and it has a new leaf starting, so that's good. So this is my Phal Gewgaw, and I think I showed this last time, but it has another flower spike, so it has 2 flower spikes now. And unfortunately, I've lost the bottom leaf, so I only have 2 leaves. I don't believe this leaf is as big as the leaf that fell off. This is my Ascocentrum pusillum. I decided to take it off the mount and put it in this cup with damp sphagnum moss and plastic wrap. For all the time I've had it, it hasn't grown very well, and there's only 1 root, so I'm hoping to, with the humidity, increase the number of roots and hopefully the size of the new leaves. This is my Dendrobium longicornu, the smaller division. It looks like it's starting to push out a flower spike, I think. Not sure if there's only 1 or 2 flowers that come out, but regardless, something's coming out at the top. And the root it has at the bottom is starting to branch, so I think this one is doing pretty well. The larger division still has no changes. I added some plastic wrap to keep the roots more moist so they don't dry out as quickly. That's the only change on that plant. This is the larger division of the Epidendrum ciliare. I was actually planning on throwing this out, but I noticed that the eye that it had there started to swell up. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or if it actually was growing, but it is actually growing, so we will get a new growth out of this plant, so that's really good. This is my Cattleya dormaniana. It's doing pretty well. One of the roots has gone further down into the pot, so yeah, just trucking along. I think it's ready to be taken off the heat mat, but I don't have space at the moment, so I'm just leaving it here. This is my Paphinia rugosa. I had to move it into this larger container. It actually pushed out another new growth on this side, which is good. This one's doing really well. It's pushing out roots. You can see there, it's really nice. I think the last video I asked how I should pot this up, but I think there's only one way I can pot it up, and it's like this. So yeah, when it's springtime, I will pot it up in a proper pot. Right now it's just gonna stay in here. This is my Trichoglottis pusilla, and it's still growing that new leaf there. Hey guys, I just noticed while editing that there are actually 2 growths on the side of the plant. I suspect that these will become flowers, so very excited to see what will happen. This is my Aeridocentrum Gewgaw, and it has a new leaf starting. This is Vanda fetida, and it has a new leaf. This one is Vanda insignis. Not much going on. I think it's pushing out a lot of roots. Seems like the media is kind of coming out of the pot, so not sure if I should repot this. This is my Leptodes bicolor, and that's the current state of the flower spike. Still very small. I think it's gotten a little bit bigger, but not much. This is my bulbophyllum saltatorium variation albo ciliatum, and that tiny pseudobulb there was the latest growth. It's not very big. Hoping the next one will be bigger. This is my Ionosteum popcorn haruri, and it looks like at least this growth has gotten a little bit bigger since the last time I filmed it. It seems to like this mountain of sphagnum moss that's damp, so that's good. This is Vanda roblegiana and has a new leaf. I moved it to this location so I could move the catasetums to the other location, because those ones will grow very tall with the leaves. So this is Chysis levis. The new growth is growing really nicely, although it hasn't pushed out any new roots yet. This is Bulbophyllum harbrotinum. It's pushing out a new growth. I'm really hoping this one will do a lot better than the other growths that it grew for me. This is Bulbophyllum princess bajaratana. This growth started to get a lot bigger, and I noticed it started to push out a lot of roots for some reason. I suspect a new growth is going to start to come, or maybe a flower spike. Most likely a new growth, I think. This is my Restrepia gudulata, and it's been pushing out a few new leaves. I can see 3 there, and just recently there's a new one at the bottom. This is my Dendrobium draconis. Not quite sure what that is, but there's something growing at the top. This is my Polycycnus barbata, and it's pushing out a new growth, so that's good. Last but not least, this is my Dendrobium bellatilum. The flower bud on this cane is now 2 flower buds, and the flower bud on this pseudobulb is progressing nicely. A couple other new things I did this month was I got seaweed fertilizer. I just started using it last week. It'll be a while before I see anything. I also got this new pH meter. This one is a little bit expensive, but I think it's better than the one I had before. The reason why I like this one is because the other one calibrates at a weird number, like 6.86, I think, whereas this one calibrates at, I think, 4, 7, and 10. So for the other one, I need calibration powder to mix, but I can use a pre-mixed calibration liquid for this. The reason why that's a problem is because when I was calibrating the other one before, the powder wouldn't really dissolve all the way, even like if I left it for an hour, so I wasn't very sure if it was accurate. So far this one is good. So if you're looking for pH meter, I recommend this one. I'll put a link to it below. Another thing that's new is I started using timers for the lights. It's been super helpful. Currently setting it to 12 hours per day. When it gets brighter out, I'll probably bump it up to like 13 hours, which isn't much of a difference, but hoping it will help. But in general, in terms of like turning the lights on and off, it's been really helpful, so I'm happy I got these. I'll also put a link to these down below. One thing I would like to try this year is make a few videos on some other plants I've been growing. I have a very tiny cactus and succulent collection, and also a air plant collection. And also during the spring and summer, I enjoy gardening outside. I like to plant tomatoes and other vegetables, so I'm thinking about doing those kind of videos. I do want to keep this channel more orchid focused, so that those videos might be like once every quarter, but I think I may try that. Okay, so that's my video for today. The Lunar New Year is coming, so Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.